Stadium looks absolutely magnificent under the arc lights here, and it's not exactly downtown Broady, is it? Sort of north of Broady. I always thought Broady was the end of the line. That's a metaphor more than anything else. Heidelberg with a couple of, a few absentees. No Stephen Pace, who's with us in commentary, of course, thanks to Windsor Management Insurance Brokers. Jack Petrie, he's still suspended. And we've got Adrian Zara and Shawnee Ellis also absent tonight. So already early in the season, and this is usually the midpoint when this starts, but a fair old injury list.
Yeah, obviously the two boys from last week as well, so Sean and Adrian, so going to be big losses for us tonight, but hopefully the boys that are stepping in tonight can do a job for us.
And I'll talk to you during the course of the game about, where things are at sort of mentally for the boys at this point of the year. It's a long road to hoe. Come off a fairly taxing season as well. Heidelberg at the start, they're heading to the right of screen down toward the airport end. Is that the airport? Without J-Fod, I got no idea. That's the airport there. Yeah, I got no idea. Told you. So that's the northern end. Anyway, Heidelberg, first use of the footy, and we're away at Hume on this. It's actually really beautiful tonight. A bit of a breeze, but it's a lovely pitch, lovely weather conditions, good crowd in as Hume try to rock and roll through Kaya down that right-hand side, ball out of play. I'm just trying to remember, I think the last time we were here, or in fact last season for that Doctor Cup semi-final where the mist rolled in. Do you remember that one, Stephen?
Yeah, sort of.
Well, you can't. You couldn't see because of the mist. So.
No, that's right.
Will Hendon with the pitch from the sideline for Hume City. We've played about a minute thanks to Windsor Management. Great stuff. Oh, great catch over the back. He's really good in the air, isn't he, Chris?
Yeah, especially for a keeper his size. He does so well in the air. He's very clean with his hands, Chrissy. So, good peace of mind for us defenders. When he goes up, he's going to take it.
Familiar face. Ruben Way scoops it down the right lane for Big Alex. Waits, backs himself to the line, draws it back. No one home. And Hume will, not comfortably, but at least successfully clear it for the time being. Not controlled by Ruben. He'll get a second look. Lost about 5 metres on the exchange. Free kick called.
Shoulder to shoulder, I thought.
Oh, come on. See, this is... wouldn't have happened in my day.
Would have been play on every day of the week.
It would, absolutely. It's a collision sport, Stephen.
Yes, it is.
So, David Dixon. And again, back to the quarterback at the moment, isn't he, Michael Weir? He's being asked to start everything, and again. So Michael Weir this time drives a right footer deep into Hume attacking territory. It doesn't matter, turned away. J-Dub's second time turn away. J-Dub brilliantly done. Put it on the carpet. Obi getting scragged. Doesn't matter. Les Dumbalas turns it outside. The little cat scampers over the half line. Katanos, power sport. Katanos backs himself for pace, as he should. On his left, drives it in away off the near post. Danger. Harry Noon scoops it. Shavo! And he sends it whizzing wide of the upright. That was exciting stuff, Stephen Pace.
It was a very good passage of play. We switched the ball from the right to the left. Here comes the replay.
That was beautiful.
Just the contact. He just hit the outside of the ball. That's all. So just unlucky there, but good play as you said. We switched the ball from the right out to the left. Got Andrew into some space and created some trouble when he crossed the ball in, and the ball fell for Alex, who sprayed it wide. But positive signs for the Burgers.
Absolutely. Thanks to Windsor Management Insurance Brokers. We're at ABD Stadium, and the Stephen Pace time clock tells us we are
just over 13 minutes.
You are a beautiful human being. So Hume trying to manoeuvre something. Gideon Sweet, not so sweet with the ball inside. Picked up by Hewitt. And, daisy, Rotroll. And another Hume City moment. Oh, danger though. It's James Brown. And James Brown rifles it. First chance of the game for Hume. Just on 16 played. And James Brown nails it for Hume City.
Yes. Just didn't clear our lines there, did we? Let's have a look at the replay. I think we missed the part where the ball came back out. We could have cleared it a couple of times there and just failed to do so, and the ball was fell to Brown, and he's had a shot on the edge of the box. It's maybe taken a deflection or just gone under Chrissy's arm there and into the back of the net. So, as you said, Greg, we had the better sign. We looked better early stages, better possession, but that's what happens. You can get caught on the counter if you let your guard down. So, disappointing.
Well, Hume City, they'll be drinking their own bathwater at half-time if they can taking a lead. They've loved playing Heidelberg in the last few years. We're getting some Spielberg on the dials, don't forget, and of course John Byrne on camera. Lewis Hall up the middle, powerful ball. Cahill drops it for Obi. Cahill outside. Reuben. Oh, through the gap. Obi, can he reach it? Stretched. The challenge came, it's out of play. Throw in Heidelberg. Obi, who had a magnificent grand final last year. Love to see him replicate that. What's the word? Consecutive. In a lot of games is where I was going. I used to be more articulate.
He just needs a good run at it. That's all, as you said, with the injuries he had last year. He just needs to play, keep playing consistently. So
J-Dub with the loft gets some distance on it. Cahill couldn't reach for it, stretch for it. I think it was Reuben went down. Dumbalis will run to fetch. They're down by 1, Heidelberg. We played 17. Chavo with the chest down. Oh, it's a mad panic. Crash tackles and finally cleared by Hume again. Only as far as the Iceman. Hooks it over his shoulder. Obi had to sort of skew it off the side of his head, and they'll clear Hume. Oh, J-Dub looked over the shoulder. Waits, a little bit of pressure on. Decides for the safety option. He barks something upfield as Harry Noon bobs up in the back third. Right foot hits J-Dub. Has to backtrack slightly. Harry Noon just missed it completely. And away they go again. That's the goal scorer, James Brown, again into the penalty area. And in the end, a timely foot in and danger averted.
Yeah, again, another turnover in that middle third, nearly costing us that time, Greg.
So we are at ABD, thanks to Windsor Management Insurance Brokers. Oh, look, Cahill. And he got the smell. The man running inside was the champ, Reuben Way.
Yeah.
Bad option?
Yeah, I think so. I think he had that. The keeper definitely had that covered, as we saw. He may be better off using Reuben there, and obviously getting a better look on goal in sort of more of a central area.
So the ball around the corner was for the goal scorer, James Brown, but Les Dumbalis with the pickup. Doesn't Les Dumbalis look better with a proper head of hair? He sweeps. He's like the fifth Beatle when he's got his hair like that. It's glossy and shiny. And
I'm not sure what to say to that.
As a throw-in for Heidelberg as we edge toward half-time. Katanos, drag and roll inside, left foot, loves it. Well, he was trying to set it up then rather than have a ping.
Very good play by Andrew there. I wouldn't be. You got to get on the end of those. Simple. So runs into the box. We've got to read Andrew's ball a lot better there. He couldn't do much more than that. So hopefully we can start getting some more numbers on the box, getting on the end of these crosses.
Been very, very fortunate, but thoroughly deserved part of the championship teams, and a free kick to Heidelberg. Was that Tommy Cale? Did he earn that?
I'm not sure. I missed that one.
I think he's in the positive ledger.
Have we got a replay on that?
That would put Tommy Cale 2 free. So it is going to be a free kick to Heidelberg. It's going to be about 45-degree angle to grandstand side toward the northern end of ABD Stadium in a 1-0 game. And Big Alex will get the responsibility again. 2 little ducks.
Be nice to get one here just before half-time to even the ledger, wouldn't it?
I'd be happy with that. Alex, chip, far post. Oh, the leap by Weir was timely. Corner, though.
Yeah, you would expect him to get a punch on that, but I think he came to catch that one and just sort of misjudged that one. So
I think we've got that on the replay. Mike, we're watching him. Don't worry about it. Let's go with the corner.
I'd like to see him put this one on top of him after that and just see if we can put more pressure on the keeper here.
Heidelberg, northern end, 1. Oh, hey, how good are you, J-Dub? He had to wrestle to win that one. Reuben, far post ball, another finger-tipper away. Harry chested down.
Penalty.
Oh, my Lord, and it is a penalty too, and he is furious, Stephen Hewitt. And Harry went down, but it must have been... See, Harry's still down. There was something more in it than the naked eye could see. With Heidelberg down by 1, they have dominated proceedings to some extent. But the top cat will...
Opened his account last week, didn't he, Greg?
He did, actually.
So hopefully he can double that.
So the big barrel-chested top cat breathes in, settles the nerves. Michael Weir waits, bounces up and down. Geez, tall, isn't he? as Cahill buries it. Cahill buries it. We're locked up at 1-1 and the big top cat. Well, that was a superb penalty. It gave the goalkeeper no chance. And on 36, we are locked up. I'm excited again.
I am too, Greg. Very, very good finish. Sent the keeper the wrong way. Probably would have scored regardless because he's put it in the top corner. So, a very good strike by Tommy there this year.
Throw into Hume into the depths of half time. Danger ball first time. J-Dub away, claims the handball. Don't worry about the J-Dub, winds up first gear. Second gear, lurches toward half field. That is a great ball.
Good ball.
There he goes, right, left. Cahill gets a push, made the most of it.
Surely that's a push in the back.
No, not when you're Tom Cahill.
Because it was only one hand. Does that work?
I reckon you could go out there with a lump of wood and give him a whack over the head, and he probably
doesn't get much, does he, poor Tommy?
No, he really doesn't, and he's so brave, Harry. Upfield, through the gap was Schiavo. Unfortunately, the footy didn't go with him. Kaya, dance steps. The skipper has none of it. Oh, takes a cannon around. 1, 2, 3 players, and in the end, it was Obi had to keep his head.
I think it was Josh Wilkins, actually. I think he's got back there, and it's the second time now he's been able to intercept the cross where it was been easy tap in at the back post.
Oh, Ruben, out of trouble once, out of trouble not quite the second time. Ruben,
foul.
Third time he draws a foul. Poor old Harry Monahan, he was dancing about a step off the pace. He was never... Sorry,
Greg. Just want to touch on the positioning from Josh. Just fantastic. I mean, as I said, that's the second or third time now he's been joining on the spot there and just been able to clear the ball for us. It would have been a clear tap in to Hume.
TV tonight, Stephen Page joining us in comms, not far away from a return to the senior team for the great man, the barometer. A few missing tonight as J-Dub. Oh, Harry copped one right in the back of the scone there. Come.
He was about to retaliate.
He copped it fair. I'll tell you what, if that happened on the street, oh boy.
He's not going to forget that. I'm sure there's going to be an even
Does he have a notebook? Does he have a little notebook where he
must.
trundles in, just writes a name down as the curtain falls, the shutters come down on a really engaging first half here on a Saturday night at ABD Stadium. It's HUFC TV action, and at halftime it's a 1-1. We are set for a rip snorter. The weather conditions are beautiful. We've seen some inclement weather up here, whether it's very, very hot or very, very cold, but tonight is just perfect. Stephen, thank you once again, most sincerely, for joining us for the second week in a row. You have become quite the professional on I should know because I work on it. You're actually better than most of them. As Hume said, he get the restart. But we do appreciate you, and so do Windsor Management appreciate you coming up here and sharing your wisdom, knowledge, and good humour. Les Dumbalis stabs it down the line. Ruben in tight quarters hits Obi. Ball spills. Alex on the half line. See, that was accurate for Tommy Cahill. First time outside. Ruben couldn't quite bring it in, drag it in. He runs for it. Caught corner, not quite corner deep. Waits through the gap. The skipper, Luke Biles, hits Cahill, and his first time shot was charged down by David Dixon. Great movement by Heidelberg to start the second half. Harry angles it outside. J-Dub spears it in, and then David Dixon again is the man on the spot, and his left foot puts it over for a corner. So the hyphenator with the right footer through the night sky. Big leap. Cahill angled it perfectly. Alex, he's brought to ground at the expense of Harry Monahan. It's going to be a free kick, and Big Alex draws one inside, not quite inside range.
Yeah, a bit too far to shoot from here. They'll be looking to hit something, maybe JW at the back post here, and get the ball back across.
So it's going to be Les Dumbalis who just hangs the shoulders back, points almost lazily downfield. Right foot for the cat. Nope. Great anticipation by Will Hendon. Great pick off from Dumbalis. Toe poke outside Katanis. Katanis left foot. Couldn't get the angle for the shot. Harry Noon sprays it again. And the attack comes again from that left-hand side. Angled header clear only as far as Harry. Holding it in the front third, Heidelberg. Harry straight upfield. Cahill on the turn. Not quite. Bang!
Bang.
What a beauty. What a beauty. Two little ducks, quack, quack, and Heidelberg are in the lead. Good on you, Alex.
Great finish. What a finish. What a build-up. Harry Noon playing the ball on the edge of the box there. And Tommy found himself with some space, was able to turn and play that ball into Alex. Here we go. There we go to turn, play the ball through, and Alex shot on goal. Great finish into the roof of the net. 2-1 to the Burgers.
So the comeback, this is now the, I'm not going to call it two, I'm not going to go cardiac kids on you, Stephen, but that is now, at this stage, the 18th time in the last 2 and a bit years that they've come from behind to lead. I've got them all registered. What's the steam pace time clock?
Yep, so just ticked over 8 minutes for Windsor Management Insurance Brokers.
So on 53, two little ducks. Number 22, the Queenslander, we love him. Alex Chavo gets the go-ahead for Heidelberg, and he's up and running. He's got the adrenaline coursing through him now. So he's fantastic. He's a great kid.
He is.
Alex Chavo. So is that given that you're not part of the squad tonight, is that a good move, do you think, Stephen?
I think for me, it's probably a little bit early in the piece to be going defensive. But saying that, we can still play attacking football with the players we got on the park. So let's just see how it plays out.
James Brown again. Oh, Luke Bowles says, nah, it's just not happening. I'm tired of you, son. And he stepped in front of James Brown and just kind of...
He wasn't having any of that, was he? I think it's the ultimate leader, really, is the best way of putting it. He's been the leader of this club for, I think, over 6 years now. And, the fact that what we've built over the last 6 years, Luke's been a massive part of that, obviously driving the quality, in training, and obviously in the games as well.
Tommy Cahill's gone to ground. I think he copped the back of a head there, Tommy Cahill. And again, he's not one of these blokes that will hit the deck and stay there cheaply. He's holding his forehead. So Tommy's up and about. It would take a Sherman tank or a jet fighter to keep him down for long. All he's worried about is getting the ponytail action happening. He's a remarkably focused footballer, is Tom Cahill. He's got the hair back in place. That means he's okay.
He's right to go.
He's right to go.
Reedies, is it?
That is a Lazaridis, and Cooper takes a rest.
Okay. So
they're bringing their game. I am definitely not going to call a W nor talk about Dandenong Thunder next Saturday night. Luke Bowles for Cahill. Glancing header, Deng bounced off his knee. Dumbalis is there, curls it back in over the shoulder. Oh, so close.
Tommy.
And Cahill. It looked home. It looked home. That was a millimetre away. Great stuff from Heidelberg. Would have iced it. Didn't. Game still on.
Ruben, even the ball fell to Ruben in the box then. If his first touch was a little bit better, he would have been on goal. But fell to Tommy, who's hit the ball very well, made good contact, just shaved the upright there, unfortunately. Just ticked over 89 minutes.
Thank you, because I think I'm the only person here that actually can't see a clock at this point. So into the last 60 of regulation, we will get, and I've already seen a sneak preview, we're going to get 3 minutes of stoppage. So we're 3.5 away from Heidelberg franking its second win of the season, and its second in a row. Well, if this bloke has anything to say, Will Hendon. He's been really good in this second half. So Heidelberg went behind on 16, equalised on 36. Hill, trouble. Sadaisy off the woodwork. No! And last gasp for the third time, J-Dub in this game saves some bacon. Holy moly, Stephen.
Unbelievable. First the woodwork, and then who was the JW that blocked that one?
It was J-Dub.
Of course it was.
He's been...
That was incredible.
J-Dub has directly stopped 3 strikes, 3 goals tonight.
I think you're getting a better chance than that, though, Hume. To be fair, I think that was their chance, and well, they've blown it. 3
minutes of stoppage, and we're already into stoppage time.
Yep.
So corner, near post, glancing header right across the face. Hume coming like a tsunami. So we are deep into stoppage time. And it's a 2-1 game, and the final whistle on a thriller here at ABD Stadium. Brought in, it really was a thriller. It's had twists and turns. It's had lead changes. And I'll tell you what, you can hear Stephen Pace breathing a sigh of relief. We'll just recap quickly, thanks to Windsor Management. And, gee, we hope you've enjoyed it tonight. The goal from James Brown on 16 to put Heidelberg ahead. Tommy Cale. Harry, we haven't seen the replay on that, but Harry was absolutely crushed in a challenge, a penalty to make it 1-1. And then, of course, Alex Schiavo in the number 22 stepped up to put Heidelberg in front for the 18th time in 2 and a tiny bit of season. Heidelberg, the Cardiac kids,